1. Hello, and welcome back to WCBL. I am Spectrum. We are back again for one of our coach interviews. This time we have the current reigning champion, Redmatt, of Season 2.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Although we don't talk about Season 2, because that was just a hot mess.
It really was.
It was. I can't even deny. Matt has been with us since Season 1. I forgot. Where did you end up placing in Season 1?
I ended up replacing a guy who was like the Milwaukee Sawsbuck as a logo.
Oh, yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot, did you make it to playoffs in Season 1?
Yeah, I did. I got knocked out by CB.
CB. Ooh, gotcha. Gotcha. So, what we're going to be doing here, we're just going to be temporarily asking questions, just get to know the coach and whatnot.
Yeah, standard interview.
So, my first question is, how long have you been doing the draft league format?
I guess I've been doing draft league format for 4 years at this point.
4 years, so you started in what, Black, White, or XY?
Well, draft league didn't start until XY, but yeah, like mid XY probably.
Mid XY? Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought for some reason, I thought there was like Draft League in Gen 5, but I don't know. I always thought. So when you usually do play in leagues, where do you normally place?
I normally do get into playoffs, though I noticed that starting in 7th gen has been a bit harder. I have made it to playoffs in most of my 7th gen leagues, but there have been times when I haven't. For instance, the last season of Pika, which is a league I run.
Gotcha. So do you think it's something to do with the Pokemon in Gen 7, the player base getting a little bit better in Gen 7? What do you think that has something to do with?
I think it's more just I'm fighting against more people are getting more used to the formats, so I'm fighting against stronger opponents. So I can't use my old tricks. I need to come up with new stuff.
Gotcha.
I need to try harder.
Yeah, definitely. From what I've noticed, a lot of the players have gotten a lot better with League, which I'm very happy about.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think what is your favorite play style and why?
Playstyle probably balanced. I've tried offense, and I'm all right with offense, but I'm a lot better if I have a solid wall core behind me to use. I don't use full stall because I can't use stall right. So
Either you saw my Season 1 mess.
yeah, so I tend to use balance. So just like a strong wall core with like a good wall breaker and
Yeah.
sometimes a setup sweeper.
So with the balance, do you play more offensive balance or defensive balance?
It depends more on the matchup. I've had matchups where I had like one wall with three bulky offense mods and two straight offense mods, and sometimes I've just brought 5 walls and a setup sweeper. So it
Yeah.
varies.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like my last season team where I just had one Gorgeist as my wall. That's bad about how much he loves Gorgeist.
I
Didn't
actually
it
love
like there's
Gorgeist because I
Zygarde
used
in
him.
like half of your team, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, funny enough, Gargas and Zygarde are 2 months I love using, so it's pretty fun to get my ass kicked by them.
Yeah, right. So what is your favorite Pokemon casually and competitively?
Casually, I guess. Hmm. Kind of mix actually. My favorite Pokemon in general is something I both like casually and I love using in competitive format, and that's Scizor.
Scizor? Gotcha.
Yeah, especially the Mega variety. I've
Ah,
Mega
yes.
Scizor. Yeah, Mega Scizor has helped me a lot through League format, and it's just been one of my favorite Pokemon since I was young.
Gotcha. God, I remember that fucking Gen 1 core. Wasn't it like Clefable, Mence, Mega Scizor?
Yep.
I hated facing that shit. That shit was annoying to face.
And if I remember correctly, it was the Greninja that took out 4 of your Mons.
Yeah, I do remember that. What do you think is essential for draft league success?
I think one is drafting well. If you don't draft a good team, it doesn't matter how much prep you do, you're not going to be able to handle other people's drafts. And the other half of winning is making sure that you anticipate everything your opponent can do. If you let something slide on your opponent's team, that will be the thing that will end you.
Gotcha. I agree with what the second point, but I kind of have to disagree with the first because I've run a lot of weird, unorthodox mons before, and it's just won me entire leagues. So I
Well,
can't. I
drafting
mean,
well also
personal
includes
preference.
drafting things that you can use. You can use well. It doesn't need to look good on paper. As long as you use them, as long as you know how to use them well, it should work out fine.
Yeah, the thing about that is like it just really depends on preference. Like me, I always love using lower tier mons, and I use lower tier mons way more successfully than I use the higher tier mons like Lando T, Kieran Black, etc. I use stuff like Gorgeist, I use stuff like Empoleon, etc. for better use than I
Yeah.
do, you know. So again, it really boils down to personal preference. Me personally, how I felt was it really just depends on comfort level. Like if you're you got to play with your style. You got to learn how to, you got to learn your style really, and then that's really what will bring you success. That was just my
Mhm.
personal answer.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough.
yeah. So what do you like better, Megas or Z moves?
Megas.
Nobody fucking loves Z moves.
I kind of hate Z-moves, honestly. It's just really annoying to prepare for, especially if you're in a league
Yes.
that allows blanket use of Z-moves, besides
Yeah.
Omni Z-moves.
Yes. Nobody has answered Z moves yet with that answer out of every interview we've been in. No
There's a good
one.
reason for that.
Yeah, nobody likes the fucking Z moves. It's kind of funny. What is your favorite unconventional set you've used?
Favorite unconventional set? Gotta think about that. Choice Specs Taurus is up there.
Oh my god, yes, yes.
I'm trying to think what else. It's
I
trying
think
to
my
think.
two favorites were Z Mudslap Manaphy and Belly Drum
Nice one.
Slowbro. Kill choose Celebi.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Um
We'll come back to that one. I need to think.
yeah. At this Specs Tauros, I would not prep for that, like, period. Like I
Yeah,
give you that. Um
wouldn't blame you not to.
yeah. Do you normally plan out your drafts or do you just kind of wing it?
Oh, I plan out my drafts. I don't do 13 pages like a certain somebody, but I do plan out my drafts.
Shade thrown. Shade thrown. Oh boy. Rip. Rip, rip. Oh boy.
Oh, I just remembered another set I really liked using, and that was a Calm-Mind Entei.
Combine Entei, yes. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. What do you think is a quote unquote steelmon based on our tierings?
Based on the WCBL tierings.
Yeah. What do you think I'm on this like an absolute steal?
Hang on, let me pull up this tier list here.
I've been asking just people in general because, like, the older people, I'll ask about our tiers, like you, JS, etc. I've been always asking them about our tiers, but I've been just asking them in general because of the fact that they're new.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Something that I've always found odd about the WCBL tierings. Let me see if it's still there. If you didn't change it. Nope, we didn't change it. Why is Noivern still in tier 5?
The reason I have Noivern tier 5 is because I haven't seen it do anything. Like, either A, it just goes completely undrafted, or B, whenever somebody did draft it, like, Zone did decently with it, but I didn't see it do enough to be tier 4 again. I'm just curious about it because again, no, I've never seen it drafted. Like never. That's just
One day I'll draft it and show you how to use it. But I'll see what happens. It's always been that my draft lands already has a dragon type, so I never end up picking it up.
yeah. That's the only reason I put it in tier 5 is because of the fact that I just don't see it. I never see it drafted, and then whenever I think something does draft, it does like absolutely nothing as a bench warmer for the whole season. That's
Hmm.
the only reason. Otherwise, yeah, I can see it, but that's pretty much it. Um, So, what was your favorite generation competitively and casually? I know you've been
Ca-
around for a while.
Casually, well, my favorite generation in casually would probably be Gen 4 just because I like the region Pokemon stuff, mechanics that introduced and stuff like that. Competitively, uh, I guess I'm gonna have to say lower tier Auras.
Lower tier RS, I agree with that. I definitely agree because I loved ORS, but I hated like OU and shit because Lando T was just fucking everywhere.
My favorite tier back in ORAS, and still is my favorite tier, had to be NU. I was able to get to top 10 NU on ORAS.
Wow, no kidding. I remember. I think I love Gen 5 NU. That shit was my jam.
Hmm.
Gen 5 NU was just amazing. It had like stuff like Bravery down on the tier. It had a lot of fun stuff on the tier. That's just me. I think I just got one or two more questions for you. I think that should be that. Oh. Ah, boy. Chu obviously knows how to edit this shit out.
All right, sorry about that.
Nope, you're good. So the last few questions is more so related on everything here. What are your thoughts about splitting everything up with the divisions and whatnot?
I think it should work out pretty well. It's definitely going to be interesting. Pika does a pretty similar thing with divisions, so I'm used to having this sort of format.
Gotcha. And and then another few questions is, who do you think is going to be the Battle of the Champions? You or Teeny?
I have no idea how Tini has been uh, since he left. I have no idea if he's been practicing. What's been going on with him? So
I don't know. He returned randomly, and he told me he was moving. He's coming back in February, so it's going to be interesting to see both the champions face off.
yeah,
And
I think if he's out of practice, I'll probably win. But if he has been practicing, it's going to be a very interesting match then.
yes, and I'm very excited to watch that. So, who do you think you're gonna go all the way again? Bring it home for
Uh, well, that,
Indigo?
well, that's the hope.
so, in the end, I'm not sure if you've been kind of paying attention to the admin room or not, but um,
I have been. Don't worry.
so you probably have been noticing that we're talking about figuring everything out for who do you think is going to be Indigo versus Evergrande for the finals for the champion versus champion matchup.
Yeah. All right.
Who do you think is going to be it
Not including me and for the Indigo, I think it would be Teeny or JS
versus if
versus. Uh,
versus
I'm gonna go with this. It's gonna be either Chew or Zone, in my opinion.
Chouzone if Antoine does come back? Do you think he has a shot?
Oh yeah, if Anton comes back, I think it's gonna be. He has a pretty good shot at doing this.
Ooh, gotcha. So, um, is there anything you would like to ask me at all?
Y- hmm. No, I think I'm good. Besides, how's your draft plan going along?
Still figuring everything out. I gotta reorganize everything because of our tiering system and whatnot. But otherwise, everything's pretty much set to go.
Yeah, I have a good idea of my primary draft plan.
Yeah. So I think that'll pretty much do it for this coach interview. Thank you, Matt, for stopping by. If you wanna hang out, and that'll be pretty much that. Thank you all for watching, and have fun with the season.
Yep, thanks.
Alrighty.